Okay, on TV today, I heard President Trump is even trying to act like some of the ballots were even burned or destroyed somehow. Well, you still need ash to prove that. Though, of course, you can, you know, throw it into the wind or something and never know. I mean, come on. But I don't know. I know. I voted for Trump. Don't mean everybody did. Don't mean everybody did. But why did I vote for him? Because I voted for Hillary. It was a test to see if he would lose if I voted for him. Shouldn't matter. It shouldn't matter. Though, at you're very superstitious, riding on the wall. Like Stevie Wonder said, saying, But you don't sink or swim by one man. No. You don't even do the election that way. Where one man's vote decides the presidency anyway. It's the Electoral College, and even by that, Biden won. Let's see how they were ready to vote this time, I guess. More people voted the way they're supposed to vote, right? Well, the election happened back in November. B, it's almost 2 months later, right? December, January is 2 months, right? Not 3. Now, yes, November, December, January. If you count it that way, it's almost 3 months, but it's really 2. It's really 2. A lot of people, like, when they read the Bible, don't read it right. They don't read it right. See, they don't realize there's only 3 Passovers in the Bible, but that's 2 years, not 3. There's not. Right. If you have 3 Passovers, that's 2 years. If you have 4, that's 3 years. Why? Because, it's every year. Right? And from the first Passover to the second Passover is just a year. And then the second Passover to the third Passover is just a year. It's not 3 years, crazy Christians. It's 2. It's 2. Sometimes you're crazy in your beliefs. You're superstitious. You won't admit people in the Bible make mistakes too. They're not a perfect person, just like you. Just like you. And that's your problem. You become godlike. Or I'm sorry, Satan godlike. What did he promise them? They would be as God, knowing good and evil, and punish your sins with fear. Wrong. God don't do that. See, there was a punishment for eating of the tree's fruit, which included death. You would die in the day you ate thereof. But you would suffer pain in childbearing for the woman, and pain for the man, which he never felt through Jesus or the tree of life until he was with the tree of the knowledge of good and evil, or Satan. Beautiful people, the beautiful people, to quote Marilyn Manson. Aren't you all pretty? Aren't you all pretty? Don't know if you're a man or a woman or what. Don't know if you're gay or straight, Jew or Gentile, bond or free, right? Because you're a hybrid, But you're your mom and your dad. That we know. Sperm and egg, right? That's called androgynous beings in a definitive male or female body, right? Not a confusing body, unless you're both, right? It's called a true hermaphrodite then. Then you're XXXY instead of XX or XY. I know. Now that's your truth, baby. I know. Otherwise, people are confusing you about your gender, Ellen, or whatever, right? But you let them confuse you. You let them convince you you're a man woman when you're a woman man. You're your mom and dad still. Who's convincing you though you're a man? Other men or women? They're telling you you look more like a man than a woman anyway. And that's bullying you into being a woman or a man. They're bullying you into being one gender or the other when you were born with an XX or an XY chromosome, right? That's what's determining your gender here, right? If you're XXX or XXY, which is another way you can be a hermaphrodite, or you're XOXO, another way. Don't know what the O's for or where it even came from, unless it's the angels who sinned in the Bible with Satan, too. And those genes are still in the gene pool somehow, even though the flood flooded the main area of the Mediterranean area. Maybe the Black Sea had something to do with it. Wasn't there, and there is now. And again, our present is not there now, they're past, right? You forget that too. Things change around over time too. This ain't the same planet your ancient ancestors even knew. Oh no. Things have changed. But they talk of even unicorns in the Bible. Were there horses with horns on their head that ancient man destroyed because, like the dodo bird, they went extinct? You don't know. They're horses. Could one of them have a horn on its head as part of its DNA wake up? It's possible. You got the rhinoceros, so it has two horns, not one. Actually, I know. There's two horns. It's kind of one in front and then one in the back. The one in the back is smaller, right? Mm-hmm. And see, Trump's acting like, there's proof that people burnt ballots and stuff like that, right? And Trump's insisting we won the state. They won the state. But see, that seems like he's trying to produce something that don't exist too, right? Now, if you burnt ballots, you would find what, right? But I thought we electronically voted too, right? I know. I thought I went to the ballot and, did a little computer thing, not paper ballots either, right? So, someone's cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. Very cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. I don't know who it is, but... mm. And then he asked them to overturn the defeat through the Electoral College, which is where, even though the Democrats won, they vote Republican instead. Uh-huh. They can do that, technically. But not legally. See, the only way you can do that is if it's a mob rule type vote, right? And it's just a normal election, right? No mob has voted Trump in or out, but he lost the election by a considerable majority. 11,000 votes is enough to do it, right? Now, technically, you just need a few more votes, and normally that's when you challenge it if it's, say, under 1,000. But I don't care who won. I voted for Mr. Trump to see if my theory was correct. That has nothing to do with why he lost. He lost because more people voted for Biden. Even I, a mentally ill person, know that. Mm-hmm. What can I do about it, right? I didn't know who would win, like everyone else. It's the point about voting for somebody, or not. You're just seeing if they'll win or lose, right? And if Trump came up on top, he wouldn't be doing the same craziness he's doing now, I guess, right? Or is this sane? I don't know. How do you feel? How do you feel? But see, I'm also developed a mental illness in the military over the 2.5 years I'm around my shipmates. And after getting involved with the church, it's trying to jerk off with its male units. I got a little sexually confused there for a little bit. And started having more promiscuous sex, like, say, Solomon or David. No, he wasn't married to all the concubines. Nor was Jacob only married to Leah and Rachel. Right? Now, Isaac was only with Rebekah, yeah. But Abraham had Hagar and Sarah. Mm-hmm. But Sarah was Hagar's slave, not... I know. But Solomon had the wives and the concubines, or the handmaids, or the slaves, right? He had 1,000 wives attending him. His needs. And no, they weren't all legally married to him. And no, they weren't all legally married to him. I know. See, if all the women I was with were just one night stands, they were one night concubines according to the Bible as well, because we didn't have a legal contract in place as if they were my wife. And that's what all that means, technically. And then you're playing Jason Voorhees and trying to murder innocent people for having sex. It's only promiscuous if what? You say it is? So people can't do a menage a trois now? Or a menage a trois where you're with, 4 or 3 women and 1 man? I know the man wouldn't mind that. I could handle 7 women myself. I mean, it would have to be, periodically, probably. Throughout the day or night. I mean, well, because I had sex with one of my girlfriends 7 times. From the time we got to the motel to the time we left. Though it was periodically, and before I was injured in the 3-story fall. But you have sex too. If you have sex with more than one woman, who are you to condemn me? I know. For doing the same thing. I know. That's what Jesus means when he says, judge not, lest you be judged, right? For what judgment you render to someone else, that's the same judgment that God will apply to you. Oh, no. If you show mercy to someone who's like me and my stepbrother, going out with him pretending, in my mind, he wants to go burglarize a house. Well, I didn't pick out the house we were going to burglarize. In fact, it was his idea. And the fact that we found a house proves it. Was his idea. Because, see, I thought he was joking, right? That we wouldn't even find the house, right? Which proves if we did find the house, it was his idea. I know. Because I don't normally do that, except in the movies. And it felt like a movie thing to me. I didn't even think we would find the house because I didn't stake out a house, right? But if he went to a house, went straight in, got the stuff, and came straight out, he had done picked out a house, right? Durr. Only I didn't know he had done picked out a house. Only I didn't know he knew the window would be open to the left or right side of the house, depending on how you approach the house, right? Now, if you approach the house, the right side is on this side, and the left side is on this side. But if you go to the right side and you go straight in, there was an inside bin, or you had access to the house before the burglary, right? That means you opened the window there, or someone did for you, and you knew which window would be open. I did not. I did not even know we would find a house. Mark, Senior. Nope. Oh. Eve. I don't know why I named Eve, but okay. I don't argue. It's not my name. Though Shane is kind of a feminine sounding name. Edward ain't. Lee ain't. But Lee can be either way. I knew a Lee McDaniel growing up who went to school and rode the bus with me. Though, like I said, I don't know. When I was confused and in the Navy, I might have seen her at a video store. But again, nothing really happened. My friend Myron thought she wanted to fuck me. I didn't know. I was going to let her let me know. I know. It didn't work out. It didn't work out. So maybe Myron was wrong. She didn't want to fuck me. I don't know. It's not like I didn't try to talk to her and see if she was interested. Right? But that's all you can do sometimes. If the person, is kind of gushing at you, you don't know why. But you're not exactly turning her down or anything either. You're just saying, hey Lee, how you been? What's up? Good. That's it. That's it. Well, like I said, unless you're sneaking women to my home at night, I don't know what you're talking about. And I don't know that's happening either. I'm making it up. Just like I'm having to make up stuff about my stepdaughter where I'm sleeping on the couch because I was sleeping on the couch. Which don't implicate me. That implicates coaching to the daughter, or the daughter's curiosity may have gotten the better of him when she came into the bedroom. I don't know. I don't know which. Right. But I'm on the couch for a reason. Me and my ex-wife got into a fight on the way to visit her family. And she left me stranded into the seat. So when I got back, I slept on the couch for almost a week before I could move back to base because suddenly she's acting weird in August, right? Not only that, we got into our first kind of physical altercation and argument where she was blocking the door. I picked her up and put her in the bed so I could leave the room and left the room. Because I don't argue with people over stupid shit. It don't prove anything. It don't prove anything. I just picked her up, put her in the bed, which is a mattress, right? Because we don't throw people around in karate not without safety precautions. Because we're not trying to hurt you unless you're really trying to hurt us. And she's my wife at the time, so I wasn't really trying to hurt her. But she was blocking my way, so I couldn't. So neither one of us could chill out in either conversation, right? Or the argument. I don't know. But I picked her up and put her in the bed anyway. Mm-hmm. And left her room. Way to end the argument, huh? Without hitting her or hurting her and the child, right? And it happened so quick. There she was in silence, not knowing what to do. 'Cause I just picked her up and put her in the bed one smooth. As if I took karate before I met her. You know. And then I left the room. That was the only way I thought I could in the argument. Right. Okay.